Hey, what is going on, guys? Clash with Kree here, and today we're going to be doing another base build. This time we will be focusing on a Town Hall 9.5 base. I had somebody in the comments request for one, so we're going to be building one now. As always, starting off with our centralized clan castle, next working into our walls around this compartment. Going to have a little compartment like this, just there for now. And then we're going to get our air defense positioned in this base. Going to have them a little bit deeper than usual, with one exterior or more external air defense on this side. Just keeping those air defenses away from our queen. And then we are going to start walling off these sections like so. Bring this wall up there, and then like that, down there and across over here, making sure to wall that off before the other air defense over there. And we are actually going to move this wall all the way down. So this has the potential to screw up a little bit of pathing there. Also going to include a dead zone on this base, something you do not see as much anymore, but on this base, having a dead zone is going to work very well. You will see in a second here as we position our queen where she will be on this base right there, and that dead zone will stop troops from being able to easily come across our base. Next up, having a second little funnel column, essentially. This will make it harder to funnel troops across the base once again, forcing another jump spell as well. I'm going to bring that wall up like this, then bring this here, and then we're going to have a wizard farm on the interior of this base behind our queen like that, right there, and then have this wall one tile further up like that. Now they have the ability to use one wall break on this compartment and walk all the way down, so we're going to include a wall there that will stop them from being able to do that. Continuing on, just going to lay down the walls that will go over here, and a wall right there in front of this air defense like that. Make sure it cannot be walked once again. Now coming down onto this side, this flat side, I'm going to have a wall a little bit like that, and then another wall coming down to here, making sure this air defense can't be walked once again, and then having that wall come down there. The reason the wall is going to stop there, we're going to have a cannon followed by a couple of storages there to make pathing a little bit harder. This side is pretty flat, and we don't want troops having too easy access going across the base, so we're going to make it some of the pathing a little bit more difficult. And actually, now that I think about it, we can increase the difficulty by doing something like this, having the box set up like that there, and then having another compartment right here. Move this down one, and then we're going to slide some Teslas in behind the compartment there. And this could have the potential to really screw up golem pathing. This Tesla will pop there if they come in from this side, and the golem will actually go around the wall, seeing as the Tesla is in range of the golem, even though it is on the exterior part of the base. And we are actually going to throw in 2, possibly 3 Teslas. I think we'll actually go with 3 there, like that. And they'll all just be sitting there. Once again, this is probably going to be a cannon instead of a mortar. Not fully decided on that yet, but we will continue on. The storage there will defend our cannon quite nicely, and also make a the Teslas will pop if something tries to get at that cannon there. Then going to put an archer tower there. This is only going to include the Town Hall 9 buildings, but it will include Town Hall 9.5 capacity of walls. And then up here, as we move along, coming up to this air defense, wall it off like that, and then have a little bit of a U going around the base there, like so. And then this air defense is pretty exposed, so we're going to insert another compartment right there, like this, like this. There we go. Okay, so compartments are done. 2 wizard towers still left. One can go here, here, here. Okay, and that one's out of range of the furthest air defense. Then going to have a wizard tower right there on that compartment. Increase the difficulty there. Just checking how many walls left. We only have one. Expo can slot nicely right in there. As for storages, we need to start thinking about defenses actually, not storages. Okay, going to have a interior archer tower there, followed by a giant bomb right here, and then our bomb tower, which will slot in between the defenses. Nope, I want to expo there. Bomb tower will go right there. Spring trap can go in there. Spring trap can also go here. Cannon. That there. And we want our sweeper pointing down like that across those Teslas. And then in between the Teslas, I'm going to include a double spring. And our Barbarian King there as well. We have 5 bombs that I need to worry about. That is a lot of bombs. Actually, we don't even need to include any building here. We can just wall here and have a bomb between these two. Like that. And then continue on with our defenses there and there. I need one more wall. Like that. There we go. Move that down. Now we can fit another bomb right here. Just trying to get these bombs in. I like keeping them towards the outside of the base. I find it's more effective. You get the heals out of the way sooner. So that's the reasoning for that. Going to include an archer tower right there with a cannon a little bit lower. Increase some of the DPS on that corner. Sweeper pointing up and across the wizard farm. And archer tower in there, followed by a spring trap. Now the balloon pathing into that first air defense is quite easy. That's because that's likely the air defense that would go down if they came in to get our queen. So that's why it's set up like that. Just a quick note there. Then going to have a couple of storages here, followed by one cannon, and then on this side, seeing as we need to get our expo down, the sweeper can go over there, the expo here. I like that one on air and ground, and that one on ground is fine. So we're fine for now on those. Going to slot in a storage here and here. Increase the difficulty of funneling on this corner. And then also in front of our Tesla, beside our Tesla, like that. And then a mortar on the very, very exterior of that right there. And continuing on, another what's it called? Archer tower can go in there. I've used all my storages, excluding my town hall. And town hall will go in right there, like that. Right, so a lot of DPS on that side. Very minimal DPS by our queen right now, so we are just going to include our one mortar over here, like that, and then a Tesla in between that, followed by a couple of mines and barracks. This will be our one little funneling trick up at the top. Camp right there. And then we're just going to have a little bit of keep them in suspense when they come at our queen. Have just a couple of huts in front of her. Make them think that because of the minimal DPS, there could be a Tesla farm in front of her, and that will be our mind game for them on that. Mortar right here. Gold mine in between these. Making sure there's enough room for possible Tesla spots. And then just going to begin our trash ring, having this 1 to 2 tiles off the base as required. Continuing on, Archer tower, move that over to get better pathing on the spring. One more spring to place. It can go in right here. Lots of hog potential, lots of spring potential there. So we'll have 2, and then a bomb in between these 2 buildings over here, a little bit lower like that. There we go. Alright, so bombs are nicely spread. Just going to continue on with these gold mines. Sorry about the lack of enthusiasm, guys, or the very low energy. I've been studying a lot, and it's wearing me down a little bit. So let's just continue on, finish off these this trash ring here, and then I'll rid you guys of my monotone for at least another day or two. Building there, like that, there, that, here. And up at the top we can throw in our last few buildings like so. Had to pet the dog. And then move that over, this down, that up, there, up, over, that way, and that way. Alright, so now just going to put down our bombs, our mini bombs. Always going to have them on the flat sides of the base. Those are generally the most common wall breaker spots. So there, here, and then one right here if they try and drive down the middle of the base there. Then having our air bombs scattered in this little Tesla farm over here. An air bomb over there, one here, and one lastly right here by the wizard tower there. I'm going to move this up, put the bomb in there, further away from our air defenses. Seekers, they're there, 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 and one in front of the queen. None are needed in front of the queen. Last one will go right there by that air defense up there. Then we have 3 skeleton traps which can all go, which are going to be spread out. We're going to have 2 on air by the Tesla farm, like that, and 1 on ground by the heavy DPS over here. Lastly, we are going to put in our builder huts, and then we will call it a day on this base build. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed. Once again, sorry for the lack of enthusiasm. I will try and bring it back in future videos. And let's just go out into photo mode, zoom out, and you guys can see what the base looks like. We'll see how obvious the Tesla farm is there. Not very obvious. There's a lot of space in the base, especially with that dead zone. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed. Let me know how this base does for you in the comment section. If it does well, please let me know. If it does poorly, I'd like to know as well. If you have any tips for me, I'm always open to that. Once again, thanks for watching. Cree signing off. Peace.